welcome back to another episode. My name is Madison, and this is my channel, A Holistic Awakening, where we talk about all things Akashic Records, Reiki, mediumship, ascension, 5D, light workers, grid workers, all the things. So if that interests you or you fall into any of those categories, welcome, and I'm happy you're here. Today we are talking about Akashic Records for business. This for me has been so life-changing. So if you guys have watched any of my other videos, you can tell I've done a lot of work in the Akashic Records around soul purpose, past lives, mindset, working with spirit guides, all the things. It took me a little while, but I finally realized oh, I can actually tap into my business's Akashic record and figure out things like how much am I supposed to charge for different things, what classes am I supposed to roll out, what new workshops might I be supposed to do, what other places locally should I work with in terms of fairs or workshops or things like that I offer other places. All of that I've been accessing in my business Akashic record. So if you're new here and you're not familiar with the Akashic Records, the Akashic Records is sort of like a cosmic database, a cosmic Google. It is another realm you can get to through a channeled state of meditation and a pathway prayer. And once you do that, you're working with a spirit guide or an Akashic guide to be able to answer things like, why did you come here? What are you here to do? All of that really deep soul purpose work that a lot of us are looking into right now as we sense all these shifts in just the world, and maybe a lot of people are coming into spiritual awakenings, new spiritual gifts, all the things. That's personally how I found the records. I was really trying to figure out why my spiritual gifts were just so online, what I was supposed to do with them, and that's originally why I was drawn to the records. Then I ended up launching my spiritual business where I do readings and also teach people how to access things like their Akashic records, their medium abilities. I have Reiki training classes that I do. And so a big part of my focus now is helping people tap in and access the abilities that I have. And so my guides had been putting it on me for a little while, like, you need to create an Akashic Records for Business class. And I was like, I don't know, like, that's pretty niche. Like, there's a lot of other things that I want to offer. Like, I don't know. So it kept coming up, it kept coming up, it kept coming up. And then I am a part of this holistic collective in Greensboro, where I live, Greensboro, North Carolina, the Greensboro Holistic Collective. And so they have a networking. So I've been going to this networking meeting that I've been a part of, and they're like, hey, if anybody wants to guest speak and share about something that they're doing or offering that might maybe impact the community here. And I was like, seriously? And it was almost like immediately my spirit guides were like, see, we told you this is the people that want to access their Akashic record for their business and be able to grow their business that way. And I was like, okay, I get it. So I sign up, I do the first speaker spot. I'm so nervous because I'm just kind of hard launching this brand new offering. At this point, I hadn't like launched it online or anything. I was like launching it basically at this networking event. And honestly, it went so good. I was so nervous as soon as I started talking. It was almost like, oh yeah, obviously I know what to say about this and all the different ways that it's enabled me to grow and continue to overcome obstacles in my business, and I want to share this resource with other people, you know? So it ended up going so good. I had a lot of people that felt very drawn to take the class. Everybody who felt drawn to take the class just had so many like light bulb moments of, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is what I'm supposed to be offering, this is how much I'm supposed to be charging, this is why I don't feel comfortable doing that, this is a long-term thing that I'm supposed to be working on that I thought I was supposed to be doing, but it felt crazy to think that I was supposed to do that. All of that energy was coming out in these classes. And I was like, okay, guys, to me talking to my guides, like, I get it. I was supposed to do this class and I was just, I don't know, not launching it for whatever reason. So now my guides have been like, hey, make it online. I'm working on making a completely accessible from anywhere online learning center. So if you follow me from anywhere, you can't come to one of my classes in Greensboro, you're able to get the exact same content, the exact same meditations, the exact same accesses through my courses. So I'm now launching my Akashic Records for Business course. So it will be live and in the show notes, and it is something that is truly life-changing if you're wanting to grow and scale your business from a perspective of having angelic guidance, working with your spirit guides, and tapping into your highest timeline along the way. So let me tell you what the course looks like. So the beginning is an intro about the Akashic Record. So if you know nothing about the Akashic Records, but for whatever reason you feel really drawn to take this course, that's fine. I walk you through what the records are, how they work, all of that good stuff. Then we're going to go in and we are going to do 3 channeled sessions in the Akashic Record. Here's what this looks like. This looks like going in and first accessing the Akashic Record to connect with a spirit guide. Whenever we go into the records, we normally have 1, 2, sometimes 3 pretty regular spirit guides that we're working with. So first step is we want to get in the records, get in your record specifically, meet with your spirit guide, feel out what the energy's like, and be able to have a clear sense of direction going forward. Second channeled session, we're going back into the records, connecting with that same spirit guide we just met in the last channeled meditation, and working with that spirit guide to unlock our soul's purpose, our soul's mission, why we came here, what we're supposed to be doing, all the things. That is one of my personal favorite sessions because so many of us, especially if you have gifts, maybe you're closeted with your gifts, you're like, why do I have these gifts? What am I supposed to do with them? I feel so crazy for having these gifts. If that resonates with you, like this is probably going to be your favorite channeled session because this is where a lot of people get validation, guidance, answers, help, clarity, all of the things. So from there, we are now doing our last channeled session in your specific business. So for example, I can go in and I can access Madison Daniels' Akashic Record. I can also go in and access a Holistic Awakenings Akashic Record. Whenever I'm going into a Holistic Awakenings Akashic Record, I'm looking for things like, what am I not offering that I'm supposed to be offering in my business? What am I maybe offering that maybe I'm not supposed to be offering in my business? Am I over or undercharging? Am I able to connect with my ideal audience? Who is my ideal audience? Who am I here to help? How can I market to them? What things do I need to bring or do or create to add value to my audience and to keep people engaged and wanting to work with me in the future? How am I supposed to launch different things to make passive income? What the heck is passive income in my business? How do I even make that work? Like all of those areas I've tapped into in my business as Akashic Record and been able to get really clear and tangible, helpful guidance and advice. So if any of that interests you, and think of it as like working kind of with a business coach, but the business coach is your spirit team. That's kind of how I look at it. I'll literally hop in like, hey guys, I don't know what the heck's going on or what I'm supposed to be doing, or I feel like there's blockages and I'm doing all these things and nothing's working. That's what I go in there for. So if any of that resonates with you and you want to really elevate your business to the next level, this is the perfect course for you. So my goal is always by the time you get done with any of my courses, you feel comfortable taking those skills into your daily life. So obviously you have now a recorded version of this class, so you can go in and you can do my guided or facilitated Akashic Records tap-ins whenever you want. But you also, through an ebook I include, have the skills and abilities to be able to go in and tap into the Akashic Records on your own once you finish the course. So the goal is you get comfortable in your record, you meet your spirit guides, you figure out why you're here, you figure out how to tap into your business's record, and then anytime you have questions, worries, anxieties, concerns, bam, you can tap back into your record to connect with your guides and get the clarity you're seeking. It's truly been life-changing for me, both on a personal and a professional level. So if the Akashic Records are calling to you, it's always for a reason. Akashic Records are pretty specific, so if you feel drawn to learn how to access them, normally there's a reason, and normally that reason is there's wisdom and guidance there from your spirit team that maybe you didn't know about or haven't accessed. So if you would like to learn more or take this class, I will link it in the show notes. And as always, happy healing.